All right, what is going on, you guys? My name is Bubba, and welcome back to another insane story. So today's story takes place back when I was in high school. And funny enough, this was the summer of 2017, and basically me and the boys wanted to do something insane. Now, I was 16 at the time, and I literally just got my license around this time, around the summertime. So obviously, I had a car, and me and the boys, we'd always plan to go do some dumb stuff around this time. I remember basically me and the boys, we'd always plan to go do something silly or something goofy or something even illegal. But I remember this time, me and the boys wanted to do something very different, and that was actually, funny enough, go to the water slides. Now, if you guys don't know, basically down here in Vancouver, we have a place called Cultus Lake Water Slides. It's a really good water park, and honestly, it's really fun. And honestly, all of you guys should go there. It's not sponsored anyway in this video, but the story does take place there. So basically, what me and the boys decided to do is we decided to go to a water park. Basically, this water park had a bunch of crazy slides and all this stuff, and honestly, it was super exciting. The reason me and the boys wanted to go, though, is because we had a strategy, a method of basically not having to wait in lines. Because if you guys don't know, it's kind of like Disneyland. You have to wait in line for a super long time just to go on one water slide. Especially during the summertime, it was like the most like craziest time to go to this place. So I remember as we were driving down there, my friend was talking to us all in the car saying, here's the plan. Basically, what you gotta do is you just gotta go to the very top of the water slide in the lineup and just get someone's tube that's too scared to go on the slide, and automatically you just go down. Me and my friends thought this was a dumb idea, so when we got there, we originally was like, okay, whatever. So we went to the water slides, we got changed, and afterwards we started going into lineups. Except we would skip the lineups, go to the very top, and basically we start going down water slides. And we started doing this over and over, and surprisingly, this method was working like a charm. But on top of that, I remember a lifeguard was really upset at us for doing this, but at the same time, he said, well, someone's gotta go down, I guess, and basically let us go. Then I remember one time when we were actually quickly stopping at our table that we had at the water park, we quickly went to like go eat something real quick and stuff, and we ended up seeing a group of girls that were really attractive go around the water park, aka the water slides, or whatever you want to call it. I remember I pointed out to my friends that those were really hot girls and we should try to go talk to them. Now, unlike my friends don't really have any self-confidence. They don't really feel like they can pull chicks. Like, don't get me wrong, they try to, but in a way, they're like the people that don't really care for it and wait for destiny to bring them a woman. As for me, a helpless romantic, well, I just go ahead and let's go talk to them. So I remember me and all my friends, we got up and they waited in line like good people, so we decided to wait in line with them. As we were waiting in line, I remember I basically started the conversation saying, yo, so you guys like from around here? And basically they started talking to us saying, oh, like, we're just like a town like over, like we're actually like really chill and stuff. And then we started talking to them, and honestly, there was one girl in that group that I found really attractive. She was some really hot blonde girl with big cherries that was very visible through a swimsuit, and I really wanted to talk to her because I did not want to not stop talking to her, basically. The only funny thing was that she was in like a one piece, which I don't know why. Usually I'm like attracted to girls in bikinis more, but the fact that she was wearing a one piece and pulling it off, that kind of made me like, you know, more attracted to her, I guess. I don't know. It made no sense. I don't know. I'm just kind of throwing things out there. Anyways, going on with the story, I remember we waited in line for almost half an hour. Half an hour of just us talking to them and stuff really got us to know them. Like, for example, like to a first name basis. But I mean, I hope it's their actual names. I'm not sure, to be honest. And basically from there, we started talking to them, talking about their jobs and all this stuff. And this one girl that I was really attracted to, she didn't say much. All she said was, oh yeah, like I'm very just familiar with this place. And also like, I don't know, like I'm like a really good swimmer. And from there, I was like, oh, so if I drowned, you could save my life. And then she said, well, like technically, yeah, when I'm on duty, I could. On duty? And that's when I realized that she was a lifeguard. Going on, I remember we got to the top of the water slides, and me and the boys, we decided to split apart, and basically we decided to go each one of us with a girl. Because luckily we were a group of 4, and they were also a group of 4, so you know, it kind of worked out. 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. Sorry, that was more 2s than I expected. Anyways, I went with a really hot girl in the one piece, and we decided to go down on the water slide. And basically, I remember as we went on the tube to go down the water slide, it was called the black hole, by the way. I don't know if anyone can make a joke about that, go for it. But me and this girl were gonna go down the black hole, and basically I remember when we went and sat on the tube to take us down the black hole, she basically grabbed onto my leg. And I remember once she grabbed onto my leg, like she was really close to grabbing my eggplant, basically. Like her head was really close to it, okay? And I had a perfect view of her cherries. Like it was the funniest thing ever. And I remember instantly when we sat on that tube, I got bricked. I'm not joking when I say this. I got legitimately bricked on this water slide with this girl. And this water slide was supposed to be scary, by the way. But me, I got so bricked to the point where I didn't even notice how scary the water slide was. Going on from there, I remember we went down the water slide. It only took like 2 seconds. Surprisingly, it was a pretty short water slide. And then afterwards, me and her, we started basically talking. And when we got out of the pool, she realized that I was bricked. She literally looked from my eyes down to my eggplant and saw that I was bricked up like a brick. I don't know how else to explain it. Like, I was packing, all right? So I remember she ended up saying, oh, like, do you just want to like go to like the table and just wait for them? I remember I said sure, and I ended up taking her to our table that we had reserved at the water slides. And basically, we ended up sitting down and talking. She ended up telling me, hey, so like pass your snap. And I ended up giving her my phone and she gave me her Snapchat. Honestly, it was a major W because I didn't have to ask for it. When girls give me their Snapchat, that automatically is like kind of like a win. Like, if a girl ever gives you guys her Snapchat, just know you're basically in the clear to go hit her up. And then I remember at this moment, since I was bricked, my mind was not straight. That makes no sense. Sorry, I was straight, but like my mind wasn't settling, if that makes sense. Literally, the whole time I kept staring at her cherries and not being able to focus on an actual conversation with her. And I think she realized this and literally stood up and grabbed my wrist and said, okay, just follow me. I was like, oh, okay. And I ended up following her and we ended up going to this like emergency area at the water park. And the weird thing is that it was no like visible emergency area with like a big sign. It was just like an emergency area that was like hidden behind like some bushes and stuff. And it was behind the water slides. So I didn't even notice this at all. And I'm surprised she knew about this. And she took me in there and we instantly started making out. Yeah, I know. She instantly just grabbed my face and started making out with me. It was kind of weird and kind of just really insane. We started making out. And at this point, I knew that she wanted to do the devil's tango because she started reaching her hand down there. And basically, I remember I stopped her real quick and asked her, I'm like, should we even be back here? I think like only workers could be back here. And then she said, oh, no one's gonna say anything. Like, I work here, by the way. Wait, what is what I said? I'm like, wait, you work here? And then she said, oh yeah, like I'm a lifeguard. Oh, that makes sense. Because, you know, how else would she know about this spot? Anyways, me and her, we started making out. We were about to do the devil's tango. But right as I realized it, I remember my phone was in my back pocket because I brought it with me when we were talking at the bench. And basically, my phone started vibrating. At first, I thought it was her hand like jiggling or something, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, that wouldn't be a bad thing. Actually, that's weird. Never mind. Going on with the story, though. I ended up picking up my phone and stopping her and instantly answered my phone. And basically, it was the boy saying, yo, Bubba, where you at, bro? Like, where'd you take the girl? Like, did you go home with her? Like, what's going on? And I remember I looked at her saying, listen, we gotta do this another time, but like, I'll come back, I swear. And then she told me, but my schedule's like always like busy. Like, I'm always here. And then I remember I'm like, oh, I'll just come back here tomorrow. She looked at me and said, you would come all the way back here tomorrow just to see me? And I told her, yeah, why not? Like, I didn't really care. I enjoyed the water slides anyway, and tomorrow was gonna be hotter than today, so might as well. She ended up laughing, saying, okay, well, like, I guess I'll see you tomorrow then. And we basically ended up going back to the table, and we basically split our ways from there. I ended up telling the boys that I was in and we made out, and none of the boys believed me. But I said I'm coming back tomorrow, and some of them wanted to come back with me tomorrow, so only 2 of them said yes to coming back, so it was a squad of 3. Basically, the 3 musketeers were coming back tomorrow to go see the damsels in distress. That sounded really bad, sorry. But anyways, knowing this, I ended up going home that day, and I remember we were snapping each other back and forth, me and this really hot lifeguard. And let's just say she ended up sending me a photo for cherries without the one-piece suit on, and damn, was it like Christmas in July. Like, no joke, I was happy. But the story doesn't stop there. Trust me when I say this, things get wet. Yeah, I could say that, can't I? Anyways, guys, if you guys want to know more, make sure you guys do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and also follow for more embarrassing stories. Peace out, guys.